Okay. So seriously, we really need 200, okay? And that is just the initial requirement that we have. Hello? Are you still able to hear me?
Yes, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so you have my contact details. You can send it via WhatsApp, or you can send your application in my email as well. But like what I said, preferably in WhatsApp, because I'm sending it directly, because we have a group and sending it directly to our admin team. Okay. But usually, especially if it's your first time to contact me, you must send it as well in WhatsApp, because I usually reply with an email, because we have preparation for the CV, so that your CVs would get shortlisted. We need to rebrand it. We call that's our term, rebrand the CV. So we're just improving the CV. We are sending a specific template for you to follow. Okay, so for the salary, this is the starting salary. So band 5 would be 25,655 per annum, and up to 31,534. You have to understand that salary in UK goes by band. So this is the post-registration salary. Again, since I was not able to see the actual offer letter of this is the only information, limited information. But as soon as I get it, I would be more than willing to share it with you. But for the pre-registration, meaning pre-registration means you have not taken the OSCE yet. Everybody is aware about OSCE, am I right? The objective is structured clinical examination. This is a
Yes.
practical exam which nurses has to take in the UK. You will be trained for it, and this is fully sponsored by the employer. You don't have to worry. So if you are going to take, because in NMC you would see test of competence, and we have test of competence part 1 and part 2. Okay, part 1 is the theory type of test, which is the CVT, computer based test, and then the part 2 would be the OSCE exam in the UK. All right, and nothing to worry about your OSCE. You are not going to fail the exam. Okay, so just remember that the employer is going to sponsor everything: free visa, ticket, accommodation, even all the exams, registration is covered. How could they fail you if you already there? Yeah, so don't worry, they will provide you the training. Even as the recruitment will now open its own OSCE testing center. So if you need support, you can just contact us. Okay, but then usually it is sponsored by our employer. They will give you the training upon reaching UK. They will train you for the OSCE, because they don't want you to fail this exam, because failing this means you have to come back home. Okay, so that is the salary. You just do the your own conversion for this one. In UK, you have to know that mostly, I mean, with NHS Trust, I don't know for this one, because they have not given me the number of hours that you have to work for, but usually it's only 37.5, and I'm assuming it's going to be 37.5 only for this particular salary, 37.5 per week. So that means you only need to work for 3 days per week. You have 4 days to work part-time, like in other organization. And if you do that, you can be able to augment your income, because they are paying higher rate, like it could be double or triple your rate. And in the UK, your salary increases yearly. Okay, and they're also paying for night differential. Like if you work in the evening time or graveyard shift, there will be 30% extra on top of your regular pay. And if you are working on holidays and on weekends, they are going to pay you 60% more. Okay, so any questions about the salary? You can just raise your hand or unmute yourselves and just ask me questions about this. Any clarification? Okay, so let's move on to the benefits, okay? By the way, you can do a screenshot if you want to. It's available in my YouTube blog, so you can always, go back to it. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, and you can tell your friends about it because most of the job postings will be in my YouTube channel, and even, these announcements like this. So everything about UK application for nurses will be there, and I'm working on it on daily basis, so I can be able to help nurses, okay, who are interested in working in the UK. So our benefits for the nurses, or I mean the clients benefits for the clients, for the nurses would be free air ticket, free visa. And this is good because not all organization or hospitals are able to provide reimbursement, okay? But this hospital, they are offering 100% reimbursement on your IELTS exam, so you just need to keep your receipt. SG Recruitment will be asking you to sign the reimbursement form, and they will I mean, once we get the payment from the client, we are going to reimburse you for this amount, okay? For IELTS, it's 100% reimbursement, the full amount. And for OET, it's going to be 50% reimbursement. And we're talking about the exam fee. So just keep all the receipts, okay? CVT, 100% reimbursement also. And for this one, NMC application, it's 140 pounds. It will also be reimbursed to you by the employer. Okay. NMC registration usually would shoulder that once you are in UK. I believe so. It's 53 pounds. So it is going to be covered as well by the employer. And they are going to provide you a relocation package, and you will be having, or they will arrange for you, free 1 month of accommodation and welcome package. It was not given in detail. And of course, the OSCE exam that I have mentioned, the training, it's going to be free, and the exam itself, okay? So it's all shouldered by the trust, to be honest with you. Okay. So any questions about the benefits? And this benefits package and the salary is what you are going to see in the offer letter. Okay. Now the requirement I have mentioned earlier, but this is what the client is looking for: 6 to 12 months current clinical experience in psychiatric ward, okay, or at least 12 months related experience in psychiatric ward within the last 3 years, okay. And registered nurses in any specialty area with experience or exposure, even if it's just an exposure in mental health or psychiatric ward for at least 6 to 12 months, they are also going to be accepted. So if you have done the training for psychiatric nursing, then just send your application. But please make sure that we can be able to see that in the CV. Okay. Next, you must have completed either UKVI or academic IELTS or OET exam. Okay. So I hope that we are clear. Please encourage your nurse colleagues or relatives, friends to contact me if they have the um, needed qualification. Okay, so we can be able to line them up as well for this interview, which is happening very soon. Do you have questions for me before we end this? I will only be discussing about the CB rebranding. By the way, has anyone of you received the email from us? If it's not me, it could be Charles, or it could be somebody else from SG Recruitment. If you have not received any email yet from us, you should tell me, okay? Because we cannot put you in the lineup not until you are done with your CVs and the agreement, okay? So let me show you the agreement. Okay, first let us discuss about this, because I want to make sure that everyone has understanding about the documents that you are signing from SG Recruitment. Okay, so this is candidate support agreement. It's just a formality, and any agency would be asking you to sign for that if you want us to process you. Okay, so I will answer the questions after this. Okay, and I hope you're still able to see the document that I'm sharing. Can anybody confirm? Are you seeing SG Recruitment candidate
No,
support
no,
agreement? No?
no,
Okay,
not showing.
not showing. Okay. Let
Some parts are covered, Miss Leonila.
okay. Thank you so much. Oh, here. I believe you already have signed this, Eric. So for this one, once you receive, okay, I don't know. My PC is acting up. So once you receive an email from us, there will be attachment. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can.
Very good. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Because my PC is blinking. I have a feeling that you're not able to hear me or see the presentation. Okay, so SG Recruitment will be asking you to sign the candidate support agreement. Okay, so the agreement is just a formality, and the reason why we're conducting this, event orientation and all, because we want to make sure that the offer of the trust, I mean that you are all aware of the offer of the trust and it's acceptable, or of the organization. In this case, it's going to be private hospital who would hire you. We want to make sure that the offer is acceptable. Okay, and that is the reason why we are giving you all the details or all this information. And the reason why we have sent you the candidate support agreement, just because we don't want anyone, especially once they have attended the interview, to back out. You see, what will be the impact in the business. We have been interested for giving them the applicants or the nurses, and then after the interview they will back up. What will be the reflection, right, of our company? Like, I mean, as if we are not professional, we have not done our jobs. Okay, because there would be several reasons why the nurse or the applicant would withdraw from them. So meaning, it could be that the offer is not acceptable to them. Mostly it's like that. They would ask for a higher starting salary, but then we are very clear and transparent that this is the offer. So accept it or not, um, that would be your decision. But we would appreciate it if, before we line you up for the interview, before we put your application forward to our trust, that you would, tell us honestly if you would be willing to accept the offer of the trust. Okay, or of the hospital. So that is just the purpose of making you sign the agreement. In reality, we have not, ask anybody to pay us. We did not make it a legal issue. Okay, if you will back out. But of course, at least we have an understanding that we're making the effort, and we want to make sure that once you attend the interview, once you pass, you will sign 100% with no delays, because the hospital or our partner will be expecting a signed offer, okay, after they have conducted the interview and once you have been selected. I hope we are clear with that. Okay, so all of your uncertainties, you have to settle that. All of your you really have a 100, you really must have 100%, decision if you would go for it or not. Okay, so you can't back out. This is what, this is the point actually, because there's no point anyways. We did not, you sent us the application, we did not, we are sourcing, but we are not forcing anybody. Okay, I hope we are clear with that. Next, I will be showing you. I have to get it from. We have to rebrand the CV, and this is very important. Else, you will not. The client will not be able to shortlist your application. They will reject you. So there is a certain format. Um, CV template. Okay, so
Miss
this one I will.
Leonila, your screen is not showing anything. It's blank.
Again. Okay, so 1 minute. I will fix that. So
Okay.
actually checking. Okay, I'll stop sharing. And then, okay. So For this one, we are also sending this to all our nurse applicants. So this is the template that I'm talking about. So there is instruction and it's color coded. Okay, so we want to make sure that you're reading the instruction and that you're following the details, okay, on the template, because else it will affect your application. Please remember that. So you have to send it. Usually, I really want within 24, that we follow the 24 hours timeline for this. If you're really interested in being hired for this hospital, please do that, because we are doing the lineup as per the requirements or documents that we are receiving from the candidates, because we can see how serious the applicant is, if they are complying with the documents, if they're talking to us, if they need to, if they are following up. Okay, so I hope that for this one, once you receive an email, you will comply with the documents. Else, we will look elsewhere. We will look for other applicants, because we don't really have time now, especially now that we are busy. We don't really have time. We're not getting the time as much as we want to do the follow up or chase the nurse. Okay, I would be very honest. So you have to help yourselves. It's also helping us. Okay, we have to work hand in hand, so we can be able to, you know, um, help you in achieving your dreams as well in becoming a UKRN. And we can make it happen. If you will check the Facebook page, as I always say, these are actual statements and actual pictures of our nurse applicants whom we're able to process, and whom we are able to help. And now they are there, they're enjoying their lives there. Most of the times I'm seeing them doing the TikTok only, because in UK you only need to work 3 days. If you want to work part-time, that would be all up to you. So they are enjoying their lives there and with their families. And you know it, if you bring the family, you know that your children can have free education even at the time of landing. They don't have to wait for several years, or once they receive their, once they're already permanent residents in the UK. So, and they have the insurance coverage as well. It's really good. So don't waste your opportunity. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who complied with the documents, and just wait for the confirmation of the interview. So I think that's all we have to discuss as of now. Okay. So I think that's it from my side, unless you have questions. Yeah,
Um,
Eric, yeah.
yeah, I'd like to ask if, let's say, for example, I'd like to, if for some, God willing, I'll be able to pursue and be working there. Is it possible for me to bring my wife? And regarding the accommodation, you mentioned that it's about 1 month, they'll be giving you a free accommodation. So what about in the case if I bring my wife in?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Eric. Okay. So first I'd like to be clear that in bringing your wife, even your children below 18 years of age, there's no issue. Okay. However, since our clients, they do not offer family status. Okay. What does it mean? That there is no free accommodation, or they are not covered with the free accommodation. So what I usually advise our nurse applicants is to contact, if they have relatives, if they have friends, okay, to contact them, okay, as early as now, to set their expectation. They may, the family, the wife, the children may stay for some time, like 2 weeks to 1 month maybe. Or if this option is not available, that you have to arrange as early as now the potential place for them to stay, temporarily. Other option is that since you'll be given an accommodation for 1 month, if you can talk to the HR, okay, once you reach UK, can talk to the HR, especially if it's only your wife, it's just the two of you, then you can ask or request if your wife can join you in the accommodation for at least 1 month. So these are the things that we could do. But then um, before deployment, we cannot we cannot speak on your behalf to the client and request if, we can do this. I mean, if the family could join the nurse, we are not doing that also. Um, so just be ready, okay, to at least book a place for them to, like a hotel. You can ask in the group, because to tell you honestly, I have discussed that with the management, and the reply was it would be challenging, for us to arrange accommodation, even if it's just temporary. So we don't have the option to really prepare it for you. So you have to check your resources, like friends, how you can get, cheaper or the lowest price. It's just temporary anyway. And sadly, I don't have the place yet. I was not able to ask because my boss is actually resting now. I couldn't disturb her. But usually, we're not getting in the central London. Okay, most of our hospitals or clients are situated in the countryside, or at least 1 hour, because Sussex is 1 hour away. But for this private hospital, I have a feeling it's also in the countryside. So why I'm saying this, it is because the cost of living would be cheaper. You know that. So it's comparable. I know in Saudi you are not paying for the accommodation, but here in UAE we are. So it's comparable to how much we are paying here in UAE. So maybe around in our money, because 1800, let's say in 1800 in KSA money for a 1 bedroom. Okay, so I hope I was able to answer your question, Eric. And who else? We're welcome. Who else in the group has
Hello.
some? Yes, hello. Uh, yeah, your name?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Okay. My name is
Hello,
Angela,
my
Los
name is
Angela.
Okay, Miss Angela first. Okay.
Hello, my name is Amarachi
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah, Miss Angela. Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Concerning the CV template, I would like to find out what exactly we are to edit and put in the information required in the template. Because when I looked at the template, there are other information there. So should we just leave those ones and add as or edit majority of it?
Like,
I don't know
have
if
you
my
received the template from us?
yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. I
so
have.
I'm actually sharing it, and I hope you're able to see. I hope you could tell
Yes, I can
me,
see the screen.
yeah, in which part you're having challenge, so I could be able to explain. Like for this one.
Yes, for this one, I know the beginning, I have to put my name there,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Current address, I think those ones are very clear. Then
Okay.
the
Okay.
priority area, I think that's very clear.
Okay. Very good. Please don't forget to mention. Okay, if you can put psychiatric ward in the priority as in number one. Okay, that would be better.
yes, yes,
We have to see it
preferably.
there. Okay, mental health,
Okay,
psychiatric, we have to see it there. So regardless if you put it 1, 2, or 3, but it should be there. If you put it in number one, that would be better, even though it's just because you're applying for that position anyway, right? Not any other areas. Okay,
okay,
so let me
okay,
just discuss. Okay, so for this one, nursing licensure, all active license only. Okay, there's no need for you to
okay.
put expired license. We don't need that. Okay, so which country you got the license? Like,
Nigeria,
okay, so Nigeria only, just put it there, because for some, especially Filipinos, if they work in UAE, they must have an active license in UAE as well to be able to practice. So you have to indicate that as well. But if you're practicing without license, that should be fine. Just put your license from your home country. Okay, and just put
okay,
active in status. The
okay,
status, the only answer is active. Okay?
okay,
And then
okay,
the licensed body, let's say, for example, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, you just put it there. For Filipinos, it's PRC. What is
okay.
PRC again? Professional Regulations Commission. Saudi, what is a Saudi Council? It's kind of, what is that, Eric? Saudi S.
Medical for health specialists or
Yeah,
health
okay.
specialists.
So if that is the the organization or the competent authority who issued the license, just put it there. Okay. All right. So next, for this one, the language examination. Okay. So we accept both OET or IELTS. So if it's OET, you will put A, B, C, D, right? But of course, it should be it should be A, B, and C plus only. These are the acceptable scores, okay? For IELTS, it should be 7 or 6.5 for writing. If it's a combination, you have to indicate, because sometimes we do that, right? We can club the score for IELTS and OET, like the lowest score for which is eligible to be combined for OET is C plus. Say, for example, C plus, you got it in reading, you retake it because you know it's not a pass score and it's not acceptable for UK applicants. Then you have to put the date and you have to indicate that you have taken 2 exams and you are clubbing the score. For example, you can indicate it there. Just put a simple note, open and close parentheses if that applies to you. Same thing with IELTS. Like if you took 2 scores within 6 months of each other and the lowest is 6.5, yes, you're eligible for clubbing it and we will accept that. And then you have to indicate 2 dates as well if you club the scores, and the candidate number also it should be 2. Okay, obviously. So computer-based examination or the CBT, when did you pass? Okay, or when did you book? Okay, of course it should be passed for the CBT. And when did you book it? And numbers only, please refresh. Nursing and midwifery council, please select your answer. If you have numbers only, please refer to your online NMC. Okay, so for this one, if you've started your NMC application, for example, what is the possible status? OSCE outstanding, right? You check your NMC status and you can indicate it there. Like for those who just started, you are on verification 1, verification 2, CBT pass, OSCE. Just check your NMC and then just indicate whatever you are going to see there. Okay. Step 1 complete. These are the choices. I'm sorry. So step 1, this is for the NMC. Step 1 completed. Awaiting ATT to book the exam. Meaning step 1 completed. You paid for the OET. Awaiting ATT, you already. No, you haven't. Waiting for OET. You're just waiting for the ATT to book the CVT. These are just the options, okay? So completed step 2, awaiting NMC decision or evaluation. Like you have done the CVT, but it's not yet on OSCE outstanding status. So you will put completed step 2, okay? And for this one, OSCE ready with PIN, because there are some nurses who work in the UK and or had completed the registration. So we are getting applicants like that. So they already have a UK PIN, but then they came over or they came back to their country for some reasons, but they have done the registration already with NMC. Okay, so
Hello,
yeah, okay. So
hello,
just to continue.
hello,
Yeah, hello. Yes,
hello, ma.
please.
Please, my question is for the CVs and templates. What if your CV you gotten and this one is almost the same? There is no difference. There's the things they require and what you have in your CV is almost the same. Is there a need to get another one using this template?
This is the only template that we are using. Okay. I didn't really get the question. Sorry. Once
My
you
question is, normally I have a CV now.
okay.
And when I received the email with this attachment, when I viewed the template for SCG recruitment and CV to rebrand your CV, it's almost the same. There is no much difference. Do I still need to reconstruct another CV using this template?
Yeah, you just use the template. Yes, if it's exactly the same, just transfer it because it has a logo. I believe so. Yeah, it has a logo. So this is the exact CV that we're going to send to our client, and that is the reason why you need to transfer the content of your original CV. Even if it's similar, we need to have the logo on it. Okay.
Okay, so I need to put
Okay.
the logo of an SGR on it on the CV.
No, this is the logo that we need, the logo from the company. Because it would be
Okay,
identified that you are from our agency. You will be processed by SG Recruitment.
okay, so I have to add this logo now to my CV.
You can add.
No, adherence. That's not what she's saying. The template is already prepared. It's just for you to edit
Just
it
transfer it.
and
Yeah.
put your information. Just transfer
Yes,
it. You
yes.
don't need any other template or CV.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just use the template.
This
To,
CV.
yeah.
This CV template was sent to you, right?
yes.
So what you need to do is just to edit it. You don't need any other templates. You don't need to put any other logo. Just edit this
Okay,
particular one. Yeah, so that's why I
okay,
was asking her what and what should we edit here. Do you get? And that's
okay,
what she was
yeah.
explaining.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, all
yes.
I hope
right.
we're clear
Thank
with
you.
that now.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. So, I mean,
Okay, thank you.
okay,
Yeah.
to continue, for the qualification that you have achieved, just identify if it's a diploma because NMC is accepting diploma. And I hope everyone is aware diploma, it's a 3-year
Program.
completed study, program in nursing. So we are accepting that. Or a BSN. If you're a BSN graduate, you have to indicate a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And the school or university, of course, that should be self-explanatory. Location where you graduated and the date of graduation. Please put month and year. Okay. So college education, this is diploma or BSN. Secondary education, your high school diploma. Just put the details there. Okay. So for the work experiences, I'd like everyone to listen. You have to be very clear and it needs to be detailed. No one would be writing staff nurse or registered nurse. Obviously you are, okay? So there's no point in you putting that there in the CV. So what you have to do is just indicate your specialty area, okay? And I really need to see I really need to see that you have work in a psychiatric position or ward. Okay, so just put it there. Sometimes I am telling the nurse applicants because for Filipinos and I'm hoping for all nationalities that as well. I mean that general ward nursing. This is the foundation, right? Like everyone is trained to do to function as a general ward nurses. And then in the Philippines, I hope you can correct me, Erica and Joni. In the Philippines, because I'm not a nurse, I'm a teacher by profession. So in the Philippines, nurses, their training is general, okay? But however, they are gaining a specific specialty if they had been exposed in that particular area. For example, ER, OR, psychiatric. And that is the reason why they can call themselves, like, for example, psychiatric ward nurse or mental health nurse because they are working long time or 6 months and longer in that particular ward. But then they all had been trained as general ward nurses. Is that the same case in Africa?
Yes, in Nigeria, during the diploma program for nurses, psychiatric program is part of our training. So we usually go through that training. We are posted to different psychiatric hospitals
Very good.
where
So
we
it's the same
train,
thing.
where we train for about six months. And then
Okay.
after that diploma, you can now decide to fully go into the specialty.
Very good.
So, but
Okay. Well, at
yes.
least it's applicable, for all nationalities. So yeah, just make sure that you will put or indicate clinical experience. Okay, so you know this better than me. So like checking the vital signs. You can name so many, but I'm very limited, no?
Yes.
Checking the vital signs,
Okay.
administering medicines. What else? So many you can think of. But then your focus should be in psychiatric nursing. If you forgot the exact word you have to say, then just Google it out. Like it will really help you a lot because the CV needs to have that. Only then we can convince them that even if it's only 6 months, that you really have the required or the qualification they're looking for, or the skill that they are looking for. Okay, so please just Google it out, because sometimes you can put it into words. But you know, when I used to rebrand CVs for my nurses, for the nurse applicants, I use Google a lot. Like, you know, there is job description, then I will copy and paste. Sometimes I would ask the nurse, are you doing this? Are you confident that you can still be able to do this? And they would say yes, so long as you are aware that you had put it in the CV, because you might be asked for it, because this is what, you know, they're going to look at the time of interview. Okay, so I would like everyone to be very detailed in their clinical experience. In your title, you have to indicate that you are a psychiatric ward nurse, even if it's for just some time, because 6 months is acceptable. Even in the training, I will also pass all the CVs, even though they have just done the training. But you need to make sure you will enumerate all your clinical experiences related to psychiatric nursing. Are we clear?
Yes, we are.
Okay, very good. Now, for example, you are doing lots of things. There's just few of you, and you're a senior, okay? And you're not limited to doing psychiatric nursing only. Put everything. Like, for example, in your title, okay? January 27, 2019 up to present time, you are doing OR, OROT, put it there. OROT slash, okay, psychiatric slash labor and delivery. I don't care. For as long as you will indicate all your clinical experiences related, okay, to the specialty area you are working on, or you are working currently. Very
Okay.
good. Okay, because that will make your CV noticeable. But then make sure that you will be confident enough, you know, to answer the questions of the client. Okay, as per the CV that you had submitted to them. Okay, or as per the information that you had submitted. So you don't limit yourself and just putting psychiatric, but you can do other things. Include it. You know, you gain the experience, just indicate it there. So if say, for example, you got bored, you lose the interest in being a psychiatric nurse, you can do other things, like you want to try ICU. Maybe they can consider, yeah, because you have the experience and the skill. All right, so are there any more questions in this part? Work
Yes.
experiences? Yes.
Okay. Like that part. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, like the part where the down part where it says scrub and circulating. What if hello?
Yeah.
What
Continue,
if
please.
what if you don't have experience there? Do you just leave it the way it is, or you edit it out when you're editing the template? Did you get my question?
Can you repeat?
I said no, go down, move, no, go back where the last, yes, okay, here, yes. Like this, Adam Vita Hospital, I don't actually get that. And then the part where it says scrub and circulating, I know that has to do with theater, nursing.
Okay.
So what if,
let me cut you there. Okay, sorry to confuse you. This is just a template. Right. You have to change everything there, because that is not you. This is just a sample. Okay, so for example, Adam Hospital is a hospital in Dubai. Okay, so just put the employer, okay, employer's name, and then if you have not done scrub, there's no point in putting it there. Okay, what our concern is the clinical experience in psychiatric nursing. Okay, but then if you have done other things, please put it. Indicate it. Especially do not forget your general ward function, because it will really help you a lot. Okay, because most of the time, you know, nurses, they really need medical, surgical, you know, general ward and all. So just disregard, those are just example. Okay, I hope that will not confuse you or anybody. If you have done that, if you have not done that, forget it. Okay. All right. So here, you put it. You use the bullet points. Okay, so it would be clear, and it would not be, and just observes a proper spacing as well. Okay, and I believe so you have to use Calibre size 12, font size 12. Okay, that will make it looks more professional and presentable. Work gaps. Okay, work gaps you have to indicate. If it's like, you know, a very short period of time, like 1 month, 2 months, just put career break. That's how it is. From the time you graduated, you have to make sure that You will start from there. For example, you graduated 2010. Okay. You did not get any job for 1 year. What did you do? You put their work gap. You can indicate from 2010 up to 20. You put, it should always be for the date. It should always be month and year. So January, March 2010 to April 2011. Search for a job. Just like that, career break, search for a job. As simple as that. You can explain what you did in detail, but just make sure it will be very brief, because the most important thing is the current experience. They don't care about the previous, experience. So current,
Okay.
if you don't have it, it would not be good. Okay. We are having hesitation if you have a gap. If you, so long as you don't have a gap and you're working currently, that should be fine. Okay. But please indicate,
Okay.
and start from the bottom, from the time you graduated. Okay, that's how you make your CV up to your current experience, and make sure that you indicate the as is. Okay, as what you can see in the sample. That's what exactly
Okay.
how you would do it. Okay, already.
Okay.
So now the skills or equipment handled. You
Sorry,
know how
Miss
to do this.
Leonila.
Yes, yes, please.
Excuse me. Yeah. So regarding their work experience, do they also ask for the certificate of employment from the previous work?
They ask for at least 2 references. They do.
But not the work, but not the previous certificate of employment.
I believe so, only 2 references. Certificate of employment, yeah, you have to present, but not for all. I can't remember that they have asked for all hospitals.
Yeah. So, like for example, if I have worked for more than 4 facilities, for example, will they be asking for all certificates
At
from
least
the
2.
previous job?
I
Okay.
believe so, at least 2, but I will reconfirm that because when I used to
Okay.
handle recruitment, as far as I can remember from the deployment team, they're only asking for 2 references, or at least 2 COEs.
Okay.
Because
Thank
sometimes,
you.
yeah, because sometimes, sometimes the company no longer exists. There are some instances like that. So don't worry too much about it. I will check and I will confirm. I'll get back to you maybe Monday, because they're not working. Actually, it's supposed to be my rest day, but I'm used to it. I'm not having from the time I started. I'm not having rest, but I'm happy doing my job, because so long as the nurse is free, I would be available, because what is important is the schedule of the nurse. I cannot lose the opportunity to be with you. That sounds so sweet, I know. And I'm not hearing thank you, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
very
you.
much welcome. Very much welcome. So shall I continue? Because I believe so this you can handle now. The training seminars,
Yes.
the expired ones, forget about it. Okay, just the valid ones. I don't care if it's only one, so long as it's still valid. Like for basic life support, I believe so. It's good for 2 years, right? Valid for 2 years, so that should be fine. 2019, 21, 22 April, it will get expire. Yeah. So just put the valid ones. So personal statement. So for this one, you can do this. I am mature. Okay. I don't need to explain that further. Key skills. So you really need to invest time in doing your CV. I understand now, because before we don't have this personal statement, only up to this one. Now they added maybe it's the client requirement. Okay. All right. So I think we're done for the instrument. They will not anyways check all of this. Just comply, and it shouldn't be as much as this for the key skills. But
Okay.
again, all up to you. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. So any more questions from you?
It's
just
fine.
yeah, be ready for
It's
your
clearer
interview.
now.
It's clear now. So I'm hoping that I could get your CVs, your documents, the signed CSA. There is also one document I believe so that we are sending. That's the data protection. Just sign it. Come on. That would be to avoid misuse of your documents. All right. Do not be afraid.
Miss
Yeah.
Miss Len, I didn't get an email from you yet.
Really. Wait. I will be sharing. I will be sending. I believe so I have sent because you have
Hello.
already. Yeah. Hello.
For the documents, I received the email yesterday. I signed some of the documents, and I've also signed that SGR agreement. So the only thing remaining now is the CV format, which I will work on today. Maybe by Monday, I will send it. Should I send through WhatsApp or through email? Because I sent the others through emails.
Yeah, it's okay. If you send via email, I'm going to forward it. I don't usually reply. I'm sorry, I have to apologize because once you send your documents, I'm being notified in my phone because my email is also on my phone. So what I usually do is forward it to the admin because admin is handling the documents, and if they receive it, they will put you in the. I mean, they are updating your status like CB rebranded. Okay, we will put it in the status. It's already been rebranded that you have signed the CSA. Meaning, if it's completed, if it's all yes, okay, for the CBRIM branding, data protection. By the way, all your documents you have to send us. Don't have hesitation to send your nursing, to send your passport, nursing license, all valid documents. Okay, you just need to send them to us, those documents, so we can be able to upload it in our. We're using this job other platform. Okay, and we are sending it as well to our clients. So please send it in one email. Do not send it one by one. Please, okay? Help us save
Okay.
time because yeah. Complete all
All
your
right.
documents,
For the
gather and
email.
send one time. Yeah.
Okay. So for the email you sent, I saw there's a list attached to the email, and then when you open the email, I think in the this CSA form or thereabouts, where there are other requirements where you have to also upload like the police reports. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Um
Police clearance report,
Police
something
bill.
like that.
Yeah, that's for the NMC actually. But in the email that I'm sending you, I believe I only have 3 attachments.
Okay, so we shouldn't bother about the police report now.
Not yet, but you know that's a requirement for NMC. So if you have to start your
Okay.
NMC even without me telling this to you, okay? Because if you are a nurse and if you are really planning to go to UK, you have to start with the process, else there will be no movement. So for those of you who wants to enroll, please don't have hesitation, enroll, else you'll be wasting time and money. All your documents should be ready, and the validity is 2 years for each exam, so you don't have to worry. So
Okay.
invest time and of course efforts with your application, and hopefully we can be able to deploy you to UK like most of our candidates
Hello?
or nurses. Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I wasn't
Yeah.
hearing you before.
Yeah. So we can deploy you. Actually, it will depend on when you will pass your exam because we can give interview right away. But here we made an exception. All of you, everyone meeting the qualification will be interviewed on the 23rd or 25th. Okay, so hopefully by Monday I can give you the confirmation for that, and then someone will talk to you, and his name is Venisor, is going to do the assessment and the coaching just for you to know, and then you will also be speaking with Lizel. He's the one handling the lineup. Okay. Now let me answer one more question, Ms. Nasreen. For the visa of the family, they will all be under your sponsorship because the hospital will be sponsoring your application or your visa, and it's going to be a tier 2 visa. If you will search in YouTube, tier 2 visa allows you or is giving you the right to bring your spouses or spouse, and of course your children below 18 years of age. Okay, for the adult or above 18 years of age, if you are there, since we already had the Brexit, they're giving us, UK is now giving us opportunity, yeah, for international workers to work in the UK, but it will be you will make effort because you have to find employer for your children who are already professionals. Like if they are on the healthcare field, then probably you can approach the HR and check with them if they, because NHS usually, or even hospitals, they grant COS, okay, certificate of sponsorship. So if we are not hiring for this is particular area, or I mean specific where's that na on, I have to put you on mute because I'm hearing sounds. Okay, so yeah, just want to tell you that I don't feel disappointed that you can bring your children above 18 years of age, because once you are there, you can find an employer for them. It would be easy if you are there already. Just find an employer who will sponsor the application of your kids below or above 18 years of age. All right, so I I think that's it for now, and you will have the PR would be 5 years for everyone, and if your country allows you to have a dual citizenship, yes, you can get a UK passport. Okay, I hope that will make you smile. So you can, once
Yeah.
you move there, it will be, for good. It depends on you if you want to come back to your home country, but mostly they are staying there because of the benefits. Okay, so reimbursement, Miss Joni, then we pay it. Yeah, reimbursement, you pay it first because in reality, you have to sponsor yourself, right? It's just that they have enough budget to cover for this, but they want to make sure you will pass or meet the requirements first. Okay, pass the requirements first before they can reimburse you, because what's the point giving you the money at the onset to pay for your OET and everything if you will not pass, and later on you will back out, right? Where they will look for you, tell me. Yeah, so that is the point why they will give it as a reimbursement. Yeah, because they are 100% sure that you will be working for them, so they can pay you back, and we give it. You don't have to worry. They and as some of the
Okay.
reimbursement I have mentioned, it will be covered or paid for directly by the client, so you'll get it straight from them. Okay, so Miss Johnny, just remind me for the email. Just message me after this and I will share it with you.
Okay, sure.
Hello, ma.
Please, what this? Okay,
Okay.
okay, so I
Please, I
think
have
I
a
have
final
answered.
question.
Yeah, please. No, Miss Nasser, let me just answer this. No, you have the option to bring the family at the same time, all
Or
of you
IELTS or
together.
OET
Yeah, all of you together has the
scores.
option to bring the family, okay? At the same time, like at the time of deployment.
Okay.
No worries on that, okay? So, anything else?
Okay.
Okay,
Hello,
so
ma.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Yes,
Hello,
please.
ma. Please. I
Hello.
Hello. I
want to
have a
actually
final.
work for Anchor, please.
I'm sorry.
Hello, ma.
Yeah.
My question is, right now on orientation on to know what we're expecting and what the whole process when things. Like my question now is for those some of us now we've gotten IELTS, we've passed